All right, everyone, welcome to Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas. This is the Health and Wellness Series 2026, and I have a special guest. We have Fatu. She's actually a Pilates instructor here in Las Vegas. So I'm really looking forward to hearing her story and just the journey behind being a Pilates instructor. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, and so I definitely want to just start with just your inspiration of just you wanting to pursue this. I mean, not everyone wants or tries this. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the whole background behind Pilates, but I know it actually. I know the history behind it. I read about it. It's very interesting. But
hmm
let's start with your story. What started you to want to pursue the fitness journey of Pilates?
so I originally started with being a gym rat, and then I work a 9 to 5, so I had a lot of like back pain and things like that. And
Okay.
someone told me to try out Pilates. They like preface it more of like a stretch, and it'll ease your back pain. It is not a stretch,
No.
but it's not a stretch, but it did help with my like back pain and with my posture as well. And
Okay.
back in 2024, like early 2024, I got laid off from my corporate job.
Wow.
Yeah,
In
and I was,
24?
yeah, 2024.
Okay.
And I was a little like, I had my reservations about getting back into the corporate world. And so the guy I was dating at that time was like, why don't you get a fitness license? You should be like a personal trainer or something like that. And I was like, if I'm gonna do anything fitness, I'm gonna do Pilates.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, that actually got me started into Pilates, and here we are.
And here
Like,
you are.
yeah.
It's amazing how people are put into your life for a reason.
hmm
So, I mean, you said that was your ex as of now, but just that part of him sharing that motivated you to pursue that. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
when that chapter between you both, of course, closed, at least, that's a wow, big thank you that you inspired me to pursue that. And I've been through that before where there's certain people that coming to each other's life that will say something just to be like, I never thought of that.
hmm
And they're a blessing just to have of that chapter of a season. But very interesting that you didn't like fall back into the corporate world. I mean, there's nothing bad about it, but just everyone has their own journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so were you like I'm interested in this because you're pretty much like your own entrepreneur, right? You have your own business doing this, or do you work for actual studio?
I work for a studio. I work
Oh,
for
you do?
Bikini
Okay.
Fitness. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cool,
I work
cool.
for Bikini Fitness. I also do host my own events. So when I started, I just started hosting events. Well, trying to host events back in 2024.
Okay.
They weren't really a thing in Vegas, like those Pilates or wellness events weren't really a thing back in 2024. I think they popped off like I want to say summer of 2025 is when you started seeing like a lot more wellness events and
Oh,
things
all
like
right.
that. Yeah. So I started it back in 2024, and then I realized, okay, this is not going anywhere. I'm also a new instructor, so
Yeah.
yeah, I started teaching at EOS, and
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah, then eventually Bikini Fitness, and at Bikini Fitness, I'm still teaching there, and I'm doing my events too. But I also have my 9 to 5 job as well. So I work full time 9 to 5, and then after that, I do teach my Pilates, and then I host events like on weekends or sometimes weekdays when I don't teach.
Oh wow, so you do have a 9 to 5 job plus doing the Pilates as an instructor.
Yeah,
Whoa, you're busy. That's
yeah,
cool. No,
yeah.
but that's good. And the thing is, at least when you're out of work, you have something to look forward to of what you're very passionate about.
hmm
For the process of you learning to do that, I mean, how did it, like, what was the process like when you were on that journey to pursue getting your license to be a Pilates instructor?
It was kind of interesting because I didn't go the traditional route. Usually, a lot of people, they find a studio and they certify via the studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and because so I moved to Vegas when did I move to Vegas? Back in 2022. Um,
Oh.
And because I worked from home, I didn't really know anybody and I didn't really trust any studios or anything like that. So I went ahead and got my certification online.
Oh, you
Um,
did? Okay.
yeah, so I got my certification online, but even though I wasn't working my full-time job, I worked at Pilates studios, like front desk, just to be like around, Pilates, around instructors, learn
Yeah,
cueing.
learning.
Yeah, and just to be also around people that are students as well, that were on their journey as well, and we could, work together and do things together. So it was very different than like the traditional route for sure.
Yeah, very different. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. So for those that are very new to Pilates, I'm still learning as well. You want to share just a bit more on the difference from yoga and Pilates, just and that way for those that are watching also that are men,
Mhm.
they can it's for them too. Because also Pilates was definitely created by a guy, which is really cool. I mean, when I read the history behind it, I was like, whoa. But yeah, I mean, of course, it's for everyone. But yeah, just go and share if you want
Yeah.
to share that part.
Yeah, so Pilates focuses more on your core strength. It focuses on breath work,
Mm.
alignment, that mind-body connection. Of course, you're working your core strength, you're building it. A lot of people think it's more like a stretch but it's an actual workout. Like you
Wow.
actually sweat. Yeah. And with Pilates, slower movements work better for it. So more control. It used to be called contrology or contrology
Okay.
before it was called Pilates, but it's basically that control of your muscles, that control of movement. That's what you're focusing on with Pilates, and that's why it's a little bit different than your traditional workouts like weightlifting or yoga.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, thank you for sharing that. And one thing of too is because it kind of like from what I'm seeing on videos and how they're doing it, it's kind of like a restraint, right? You're kind of like pushing outwards, but then it's like there's force to kind of build that tension, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'm like, holy crap. But I mean, it's good because I mean, you're really getting that tension to build some muscle up on that. So is that what it's also for, to build
Yeah.
muscle on that?
Yeah, and also you're working on different muscles that you don't traditionally hit when you're
Oh my
doing these.
God.
Yeah, so you work on the little muscles, the big muscles, you're working on everything and the body as a whole. Yeah.
Jeez. Oh man. Oh,
It's like Pilates is literally how I think of it anyway. It's literally like health and wellness. Like
yeah.
it's not just health. It includes the wellness aspect to it too.
Oh yeah, and then of course you're detoxing as well as you're sweating it out,
Yeah.
and but that's interesting that you're saying you're hitting certain muscles that you don't ever use or you never know were there that you're
Hmm.
building, even when you're working out using the weights. Yeah, so and then here's another question on this part is for those that are new to this, how would you start out in a way that you're not going to hurt yourself, get sent to the hospital for day one trying it like me probably if I go, I'm like, oh my God. But what's
I
a way to
mean,
start this in a way that's, safe?
yeah, I mean, honestly, you just start with taking a beginner class. Like,
Okay.
start with a beginner-friendly class. It teaches you the core fundamentals of Pilates, core movements. If it's a mat class, a beginner class, so you kind of understand a little bit of the movements and also still get that workout.
Yeah.
And if it's a reformer class, it teaches you to be comfortable with the reformer, teaches you what it is. And yeah, I would just say a beginner, you can never go wrong with a beginner class, either mat or reformer.
Or it's called a reformer?
Yes.
Okay, that's the one with the coil and all
Yeah.
that.
The
Okay.
springs.
The
Yeah.
springs, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing about, well, that's what I was wondering about the mats is like, is there a different way on that? Like, what's the difference from mats to the springs?
Well, so the reformer adds a little bit more resistance, because you have the resistance of the
Right.
springs, yeah, and you're adding weights to it too with the reformer versus mat
Wow.
is just body weight.
Just
Body
body.
weight, yeah, and if you want to, you can include different props like weights, the ring, the
Interesting.
Pilates ring, the ball. So yeah,
Wow.
they're both a good workout though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're both a good workout. Reformer takes a little bit more time to kind of get comfortable with because it's a machine, right? And
Right.
then mat, like it's a little bit more comfortable to get used to.
So what would you prefer for those trying it out for the first time to actually use the machine or be more on the mat?
Honestly, first time, I would say try the mat.
Try the mats? Okay.
Yeah, try the mat just so you are a little bit familiar with Pilates and know what it is and the type of movements,
Okay.
and then go ahead and try reformer. But honestly, there is no right or wrong,
Yeah.
because everyone is where you're at. So yeah, some people can go reformer first, and it's great. It turns out great. So yeah.
Cool. Well, for those watching, I have never been to a studio where they have Pilates. I haven't seen the device itself. So this is very new to me. So I'm sorry if I'm kind of like pronouncing things that are not even what it is, but yeah, I can't wait to go and check it out and be like, "Oh wow, that's the actual device and here it is."
Well, do you
So,
have a like a EOS membership or a gym membership?
oh, I have Anytime Fitness. I don't think they have
Pilates.
yeah, I don't they
Honestly,
have
even
some
YouTube videos, like you
yeah.
can turn on a YouTube video. The nice thing about Pilates is you can, especially mat Pilates, you can do it anywhere. You don't need props. Like it's very accessible. And I think that was the whole purpose for Joseph Pilates, for it to be accessible to anyone
Yeah.
because health should be accessible to anyone and everyone.
I agree. Yeah. And thank you for sharing that. Well, let's get to know you a bit on your journey here in Las Vegas. What is it that you do on the side when you say you have your own classes?
Mhm.
If you want to share what those that want to subscribe or not subscribe, but sign up for your classes. Yeah, if you want to
Yeah.
share about that.
Yeah, so I teach Pilates at Bikini Fitness. I teach Mondays and Wednesdays from 5 to 6 p.m., 5 and 6 p.m. classes.
Oh,
So
okay.
on Mondays, I have like a beginner friendly 101 class. And then after that, I teach like a stretch class on Mondays. So it's a little bit more chill. And then on Wednesdays, I teach like an athletic reformer. So it's a little bit more advanced, but I do have beginners in that class and I
Oh, you
work
do?
with everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I also after that I teach a burn class, which is I make you burn. So
Oh,
those shakes, get the shakes and
I'm
everything.
already sweating when I heard that. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, but yeah, I can be I'm very sweet, but yeah, I will work you out for sure.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, and then I host events too, like around Vegas. Here and there. I host them at Bikini Fitness, at Keller Cactus Apartments. And I'm trying to find a location in North Las Vegas to host some events out there. I do have a website that you can find like where my events are and things like that. I do post regularly on there.
Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
not just on Instagram, you have your own website.
Yeah, it's
Very cool.
pilateswithfatu.com.
Wow. Very cool. Very exclusive. That's awesome. Good. Really happy for you. Yeah. And this journey has been already what, 2 years that you've been doing it?
Yeah, 2 years.
God, it feels like you've been doing it for a while now.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a veteran, but I'm really not
Yeah.
because I feel like I still have so much to learn. Like I'm always learning. I'm always learning from other instructors. I'm learning from other classes. I'm even learning from students.
Are you?
So
Wow. Okay.
yeah, because everyone is different. Everyone receives information differently.
Oh,
And if I want
true.
to show
Yeah.
up as a good instructor, I have to be able to be malleable to everybody just to make sure that they get what they come for when they come to like my events and classes.
Very true. And so with the Pilates and I mean, do you do yoga as well? I mean, I know you don't teach it, but like, do you do that for yourself on the side?
Yeah, I do take yoga
Oh, you
classes.
do? Okay.
Yeah, and I do weight lift as well. Yeah, so I work out. I love fitness. I feel
Yeah.
like I've always been like athletic. I grew up with a lot of older brothers back in
Oh,
Africa. I grew up
okay.
climbing trees, playing
Whoa, are you
sports.
serious?
Yeah, like very like I grew up in Africa. Like
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
we did as kids, like
Wow.
riding bikes, playing soccer in the street barefoot, like so I've always been like athletic. I've always
Athletic.
liked to be active and things like that. So yeah.
Wow. Well, actually, now that you mentioned that, we do want to get to know you on that side of your chapter of your life. So you're
Yeah.
from Africa or
Yeah, I'm from Gambia. It's a country
Gambia?
in West Africa.
Wow, really? Okay.
Mhm.
And to what part did you move to the States?
So I was born in New York, and when I was 5 months old, I moved back to Gambia because my
Oh,
parents
wow.
wanted
Okay.
me to like know my culture. Not even five, like 3 months old. I was very young.
Yeah.
And then I stayed in Gambia until I was 16.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then I moved to Seattle and I lived in Seattle,
Oh,
went to
no
college
way.
out there.
Seattle?
Yep, go Seahawks.
Oh man. Yeah, go
Yeah,
Seahawks. Yeah.
yeah. And then I moved to Vegas in 2022.
Wow. How was it like work in Seattle?
Culture shock for sure.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, because coming from Africa, I came from a tropical country
Oh,
with
well, true.
beaches and yeah. And
Yeah.
then coming to Seattle, it's like cold, it's
Oh,
rainy, it's
rainy, no
gloomy.
sun.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Like,
And what
but
made you want to move to Seattle?
so my brother lives out in Seattle. So I have
Oh, okay.
but a bunch of older brothers, but he graduated. He's 11 years older than me. So he graduated high school and moved to Seattle and he works for Microsoft. So my mom was like,
Oh,
just go
good for
live with your
him. Wow.
brother. Yeah.
Very cool. Wow. So yeah, you're just like, yeah, I'll try it out, right?
Yeah.
At least that's a chapter of your life that you can always look back on and say, hey, at least I tried it out, experienced it. Because every chapter that we go through, we learn and grow, and it helps us develop ourselves, you know? So
Oh yeah.
that's
Yeah. I
so
feel like
cool.
I've learned a lot, especially just moving to America from Gambia and
Yeah,
Seattle. Just
Gambia.
yeah, just like being more open-minded, learning about different cultures, like, being around such diverse people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very grateful for that.
That's cool. Very cool. And so from yeah, well, what made you want to move to Vegas then? Because I know you were in Seattle. I mean, if I lived in Seattle, I think I want to stay there. I'm like, not that I have anything against Vegas. I love Vegas, but just I love more with like the woods, the tree,
Yeah.
the weather. It's just something about it. So
Can
the
you do six
ocean.
months of like no sunshine though?
Oh no, well, that's the thing. I've never experienced that. Yeah.
Yeah, like the depression.
Bro,
Well,
is that real out there like that?
oh yeah, like
Really? Wow.
yeah, like a lot of people in Seattle have like struggle with depression or anxiety. Like we have the highest suicide rate in the country, I believe.
In
Or one
Seattle?
yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
because it's like, for example, when I lived in Seattle, I worked from home. So it would be
Oh,
rainy, I would be home. Like there
yeah.
was a point I didn't even want to leave my room. Like I was just working from my room. Yeah. So
Oh man.
yeah, it gets to you. But the summers are beautiful. Like the
I
summers are
bet.
the best. Yeah, like you have like a lot of activities to do. There's water activities, there's nature activity. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
But that's only like a certain part of the year that doesn't even last that long. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like cold and wet and yeah, and gray. It's just I
Interesting.
had to get away. I needed sunshine. I had to
Yeah,
get
no.
away.
Well, you came to the right place because yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a sunshine place here.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
so was there an opportunity that opened up here in Vegas that you were just like, hey, I'll go to Vegas? Like, was there something of a door that opened for you to come out here?
So a little bit of background. So being an African and a woman, I wasn't really allowed to move out of my brother's house without
Oh.
being married.
Oh,
Um
wow. Okay.
yeah, so like traditionally you move from your family home to your wedding home or your
Oh, I
marriage
see.
home. Yeah.
Okay.
So I like told my parents, I want to buy a place. And I was able to buy a condo out here and they were like, okay, well, that's a good reason. So here I am.
And here you are. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
cool of your parents to approve you on that and be like, sure, support you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents are very supportive. They call themselves liberals. So I'm like, yeah, they're very liberal Africans.
No, well, at least they, didn't give you a hard time about it and they give you their blessing. So that's good.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
very supportive. Even with Pilates, like there
Really?
was a
Okay.
point, yeah, because in the African household, you're not successful unless you're like a doctor or like an engineer or a lawyer. Like you have
Really?
to
Is
have,
that how? Okay.
yeah, you're like respected if you go to school and have these like traditional jobs. That's what success looks like to them.
Wow.
But for them to like be open to me being a Pilates instructor and even like supportive of it, I'm very grateful for my family.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know that background on that, but thanks for sharing that. And yeah, that truly is a blessing that you have that
Yeah,
for them
yeah.
to be supportive because I was like, wow, they're that strict, huh?
Oh,
Now
very
that
strict.
there's nothing wrong in, bettering someone in being a doctor or lawyer or whatever,
Hmm.
But there's always a certain call, a certain chapter of that longing of something that's for you, that's out of that normal tradition.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to be shunned about, nothing to be look differently in a wrong way. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
And
good. Yeah.
I think also because, when they were younger too, when, times have changed. When they were younger, success getting out of Africa looked were those routes,
Oh,
you
I
know?
see. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's why that is like seen as successful in the African community. Of course,
Interesting.
that is changing now because, times are changing and
Yeah.
also like the generations are changing and, a lot more Africans are doing things that are not traditional jobs, and are being successful at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
like Kaby Lam, he's Senegalese, which is like close to Gambia, is a country close to Gambia, and he was one of the biggest TikTokers in the world. So
Wow, is that right? Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, I think they're more accepting now that, okay, there are a lot more ways
There's
that
a
you can
variety of
be
options.
successful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more open now, like modeling and things like that. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, that's good. Well, I know we have a little bit more time. I do want to ask about the nutrition. So for those that are very active in Pilates and yoga, and everything with gym, what is it that you recommend for those to keep ourselves, healthy in our way with eating, the best route we can go? Because yes, we're humans, not always easy, right? But what's a way that you prefer to share that? Yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, with nutrition, I'm not gonna lie, I did used to struggle with nutrition because I wasn't the best or I didn't have the best relationship with food. However, what I found is trying to make meals that are easy, simple, yet uh keep you full, like eating a lot of proteins and
Okay.
carbs. People are scared of protein and especially carbs. People are scared of carbs.
Oh, yeah.
But carbs are good for you, not a lot, of course. Everything
Wow.
is yeah, everything, has its amounts, but that and also supplementing with like protein shakes,
Mhm.
drinking milkshake or not milkshakes,
Yeah, I don't mind milkshakes.
I mean,
But
once in
yeah,
a
I mean,
while,
yeah,
yeah,
once in
once
a
in a
while,
while,
yeah.
yeah, not all the time.
Yeah. But we're
But
not here
yeah,
to talk about
protein
that.
shakes, yeah, no.
But yes, milk,
Drinking,
protein
yeah,
shakes and yeah,
protein
variety.
shakes, or even like making waffles with protein, like,
Oh, that sounds good.
yeah, like adding these little things to your meals to make them more tasty, yet you're getting the
Mm.
nutritional benefits from it. For example, at Bikini Fitness, we work with a lot of nutrition and weight what is it? Fitness. Yeah, so we do
Okay.
a lot of nutrition and fitness. It's a women's only gym,
Oh, it
but
is. Okay.
we have like challenges where we are basically enticing our members, hey, if you are able to, whatever your goal is, if you're able to make it within 21 days, take before and after pictures, you can enter the chance to win $1,000. And we give away
Wow.
$10,000 um $10,000 per challenge. So a lot of people have been winners at Bikini Fitness, and they continue to come because they see the progress with the fitness and nutrition that we provide them. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's just keeping consistent, but also being around a community of people that will motivate you.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to like keep up with anything if you're doing it
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah,
It
it
really
is.
is.
It
And also
is.
going to like one thing I found out about, like learned about gyms, boutique gyms like Bikini Fitness, it's difficult to go to like an EOS or something like that because you're going by yourself. It's
Hmm.
all alone versus at Bikini Fitness is a whole community, and
Hmm.
these people are either in the challenges, they're members. So, you guys are in it together. You're talking together. We're talking nutrition. We give you nutrition plans, meal plans, things like that to help you get to your goal, whether it's gaining weight, losing weight, getting healthier, whatever it is.
Wow. I see the difference, yeah. Because I have gone to certain gyms where, yeah, you pretty much are on your own. But then, yes, smaller studios, everyone who has the membership there, you pretty much are doing it all at once together, so you feel like
Hmm.
you're not alone, and that's
Hmm.
important. Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree, and that's
Yeah.
why I'm wanting to try some classes, in person. That way, I don't feel alone at the gym all the time. I
Yeah.
mean, I can go by myself, but you know what I mean. It's just I want to see the difference on that, so I look forward.
Yeah. Well, if on the 24th, if you can, let me know. And then also, since the weather is getting nicer out, I want to have a lot more outdoor events.
Cool.
I'm gonna be planning a lot more outdoor events. So, yeah, more to come for sure.
Nice,
I'll
nice.
let you
Okay.
know.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, if you want to share one more time your website and the links so they can follow you and even book you for a session, if you want to go ahead and provide that.
Yeah, so my website is Pilates with Fatu. That's FATOU.com. And my Instagram is Pilates with Fatu. My TikTok is Pilates with Fatu. And yeah, feel free to reach out. Even if it's to DM me asking questions, I'm always happy to answer questions. So yeah.
Sounds good. Well, thank you, Fatu, for your time coming on Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas to share your story. And yeah, it was very I didn't like very educating just to learn this, like I'm loving it. I'm the future guests that are coming on, I'm learning each one has its unique story. And yours
Hmm.
was definitely unique. And wow, what a journey, right? From just right.
Gambia.
Well,
Yeah.
Gambia. Yeah, sorry, I forgot where Gambia.
Yeah.
Then from there, Seattle. Then here to
Hmm.
Vegas. Like, but that's the
Hmm.
thing. You experience so much culture and different varieties of just what you need for those chapters to
Yeah.
better yourself. So
Yeah.
cool.
Feel like I've lived many lives and I'm, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful because I've learned a lot and I'm always gonna keep learning. So I'm grateful for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're always going to be we're always going to learn.
Yeah.
There's non-stop on that. But for
Yeah.
those that are watching, if you'd like to come on Rhythm and Roads Las Vegas and share your story or whatever you want to share of a testimony, business, whatever you have, my Instagram is Joshua Jacob Official. Love to have you on to share whatever is on your heart. So the platform is open to those that have a voice that want to share what they want to share. So all right, guys. Well, thank you again. And Fatu, thank you for your time. This is Joshua Jacob with Rhythm and Roads, Las Vegas.